Hi all. So today we're going to do an install video showing how to replace the roll bar pads on a 1997 Jeep Wrangler TJ. Follow along with me. Okay, so here's everything you're going to need for this project. You're going to need either a drill or a Phillips head screwdriver. I just used the drill just because it was quicker. You're going to need a size 30 Torx bit. You're going to need a size 40 Torx bit, and then you're going to need a size 50 Torx bit. This one, actually, you're going to need the security Torx bit as well for this size, and that's the Torx bit 50. And obviously you'll need a ratchet. Alrighty, so first let's see what's in the box. We have the install and warranty instructions. It comes with the QR code showing you how to do it. This pad here looks like it's for the longest part of the roll bar, the overhead portion. I also see one of these. This is, let's see, I think these two are for the side, the driver and passenger side upper roll bars. And then here's the two rear pillar bar pads. Should have 5 pieces, I believe. It looks like 5 pieces. And then of course these 3 are zippers and these 2 just have to be replaced. So let's continue on and get these installed. Alright, so for this first step here, it looks like we need to take off this trim piece just so we can get access to this top passenger side bar. So I think we're going to start with taking off these 3 screws here. And I'm just using just a Phillips head driver, so it should come right off hopefully. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's just a trim piece that kind of fits along this metal bracket here. So that came right off. It's just 3 screws holding it on. Alright, now to get off the front portion of the bar, you have 2 of these bolts here. These are T40 star pattern bolts. So we'll go ahead and get those off. And luckily, I've already sprayed these with penetrant. This Jeep was a beach Jeep for a while, so I've already kind of loosened these bolts, but these could be tricky to get off. They may require some penetrating oil. And it looks like you can actually get your speed wrench in here and get them off quicker. Now I am going to leave one of the bolts on, just kind of hanging for a minute, and I'll show you why. So as you can see here on this side of the bar, we have this T50 security bolt, which actually connects to the back side of the bar, and you should be able to disconnect this to get access to this bar and get this pad off. So let's go ahead and give that a try. So again, this is the T50 size Torx bolt, and this is the security type bolt requiring the hole in the center. So we're going to go ahead and loosen this off. And this is why you want to leave this bar in place for now. You can loosen the bolts, but you want to at least leave the bar in place so you can get this one loosened as well. Looks like she's out. There's a washer that's behind it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take off the rear of the bar with this T40 Torx bit. And again, I use a significant amount of penetrating oil to get these loose, because they were not easy to get off. Loose. Alright, I got the bar off the back side of the mount. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the front and take off this T40. We'll see if we can't get this bar off. Completely disconnected now. Alright, now I'm going to pull the whole thing out as one unit, just like so, and voila. Okay, so for the next step here, we're just going to disassemble the roll bar to take the padding off, which involves taking off this bracket and separating it from the main part of the roll bar here. So this is just a T50 Torx bolt with the security head on it. So I have my T50 bit. So I'm just going to take it apart. Alright, and bracket comes off. Now we can just take off the padding. It's pretty simple. Just gonna push it down and take it right off. Comes right off, just like that. And that's it. That's the roll bar itself. Alright, so now that we have the bar actually off, along with the pillar support here, we're actually going to, as I mentioned, take the bar out of the frame. Pretty simple. And we're going to put the new roll bar padding on. It is very tight. Now we're just going to align it to the holes, which are, there's the one on the bottom, and there's the one on the top. There it is. Okay, I think we're aligned. Let's see, this is the front. This is the front. This is the front here. This part is the front. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to rotate this around so this is the actual seam here is on the inside. my main personal preference, but I want it on the inside. So it should look like. Alright, perfect. Now I'm going to put it back. Okay, so now the next step here is to take my roll bar with the padding, take the mounting bracket that goes to the top of the roll bar, and I'm just going to put them together, like so, and we're just going to put the roll bar back in place. So the front goes like this, the slanted edge facing down, and this mount point goes like this. You might have to try getting the back to the top roll bar in first, and then just kind of swinging it around. That seems to work. Okay, so once again, this may be a little difficult to see, but I did purchase some new bolts for the front mount here. And again, these are T40 Torx bolts. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in. You want to get these nice and snug. Alright, that's the front. Now it's secure. Now we'll go to the back. Alright, so for the rear, just 2 bolts mounting it to the actual bar itself, as you can see. So it's up to you, but I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize on these just because they are a little rusty. But that's optional. Alright. Now the roll bar is in place. Alright, now that we have the roll bar back in place and it's not going anywhere, we can reconnect the roll bar using this bolt, which goes right here and makes it one solid piece, basically. Now that that's tight, we're going to put the B-pillar back on. Alright, now we're going to put the B-pillar back on, and do that, we just line up this pin here with this hole in the body here. So we're going to put it here. And then we're going to line it up top. Around the padding. I'm just going to niggle the padding a little bit. Okay, so as I previously mentioned, for this portion here, I'm just going to use some through bolts that I got from Lowe's, just because my actual knobs were so rusted from the salty air that I just had to drill them out, and they're not able to be reused. So we're just going to use some regular bolts that we got from Lowe's. Alrighty, so now I have my 3 pieces of the roll bar padding. This one here in the middle, these 2 are for the rear parts of the bar, and this one here is for the main part of the bar. So we're going to start with probably these 2 rears to start out with, and I think you can kind of tell which ones the rears are and which direction they go, because the shorter side here looks like it has a hole for where the seatbelt would go if you have a rear seat. Unfortunately, I don't have a rear seat, but if you did, it looks like it would probably lay on the top of the bar like this, and then meet over here where the seatbelt would normally go. I imagine that's where the seatbelt would go if you had one. So I'll go ahead and get these installed. Alright, there's side number 1. Perfect. Alrighty, I'm standing here towards the back, and as you can see there's 2 holes here, one on each side, and I believe that these would be for where the connecting bar goes through. So that should make it easy to identify. Let's get this put on. Okay, so it looks like for the next step we're going to have to take off these seat belts, and probably the part of the top as well, unfortunately. So this one, I've never taken this off before, but it's a simple push and you can slide it up or down, probably to access the bolts. I think I see 2 in there. I would imagine that getting this piece off, all you have to do is just pop it off. So I have a screwdriver. I'll probably just pop this off. See if I need anything. Outside came right off. Okay. Let's see if the bottom just comes off. Yeah, came right off. Okay, well, that's not too bad. And you're gonna have to maneuver it so that way you can get access to the bolts that are behind here. So here's the one on top. It looks like it might be a 50 or a 55 torques. It's a 50. So it is a 50 size Works bit. This is surprisingly not on there too bad. You can actually kind of see it here. Came right off too. Nice. Well, that was easy. It's actually in pretty good shape. I probably need to clean that up. So the next step will be to get off the actual top, which is probably, let's see, that's a 40. So evidently it's smaller than a 40. So let's see what else we got. Alright, so the top is a 30 size Torx bit. So I got that here. I'm going to just take this off. This one shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Alright, that frees it up, so now we can actually slide the roll bar padding right below. Perfect. kind of see. I'm just going to get this zipper started. And then I'm going to line up the holes where the seat belt was. Tucking it around the back side of the top. I might need to put some new holes because I don't think that these two holes here line up exactly for the actual bracket that goes to the top. So it's okay, we'll just have to put a new hole there probably. So I'm going to find the location of the holes using a screwdriver. Looks like that might be it. Right there. Yep. I'm going to make a little mark. Then take my box cutter and just open it up a little bit. I'm going to do the same for the bottom one. Can't get these back. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to poke a hole in the bottom one. I'm actually just using my screwdriver. But that's the way you want to do it, but you can do it this way. So you will need to probably open it up a little bit more. wash these clips here. As you can see, this one kind of got turned upside down, so I'm going to have to flip it back around. There we go. Back in business. That's probably why it was so hard to put on the first time. As you can see, I just kind of turned this little cover sideways so it's easier to work with. Seatbelt is tight. I'm going to put this back. Good as new. There you have it. That still gives me room to put the bracket on up here. And I'm going to set this guy up. And hopefully it closes. Leave it open a little bit because we still got to put that bracket on top. Alright, I think we're all set here. So I'm going to take the top off on this side. And this is a 30mm Torx here. Alright, for this side we're going to try to take this off with the actual pillar here, the B pillar. So we're going to try it and see what happens. It's probably going to make it extra challenging, but we'll see what we can do. I'll just try to pull it first, see if it even comes off. You can see here's the clip that mounts to this, the actual trim piece. This will be a good test since we actually have the bar already installed to see how it goes. Alrighty, once again, I'm going to get the bottom started with the zipper just so we can work around with it. So I'm going to start with the zipper down here. Just get started for now. I'm going to pull it back down. Find out where it rests at. I think the only way to really do this is to just kind of yank it as best you can. See, that one lines up pretty well. The bottom one, not so much. But that's okay. We'll at least get it started and complete. Job complete. That's good. I did almost forget one final component of the job, and that's putting the trim piece back on. So we're going to do that now. And mission accomplished. And here's a look at the final product. Came out pretty good. Alright, so for this video we're going to install the Body Armor 4x4.com grab handles. These are bolt-on. Should be pretty self-explanatory. I got these from extremeterrain.com. And let's see what's in the box. So here's your two grab handles. Should be pretty simple to install. Let's get these on. Alright, so this one looks like it's a pretty straightforward Velcro install. As you can see here, it just has some Velcro straps that you just undo. And then you can adjust them as such, like that. So I'll go ahead and undo them all so I can put it on. Worried about this one being as tight. Alright, feed this one through. And then feed it back through. Like so. And that'll do it. You can just see it's nice and sturdy. And you just get it to where you feel comfortable. Alright, hope this was helpful. Okay, so lesson learned here. So one of the things you want, obviously, is you want this up on the top of the roll bar, the meat of it, the pad, so all the weight is there. That makes sense. And then you just kind of put this handle right on the Velcro there. And there you have it. Your official grab bar.